What's up, YouTube? This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my AEW Dynamite review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video at 3 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Now, AEW Dynamite, I really enjoyed the show. That's all I gotta say. It was good for what it was. AEW Dynamite kicks off with the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal with wrestlers already surrounded the ring. Okay, so we get the Dynamite Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. This was fun for what it was. The bell rings and we are underway. Several of the wrestlers are fighting outside of the ring, with several inside the ring. Orange Cassidy is eliminated. Orange Cassidy is eliminated by the Blade. Kip Sabian is eliminated by Dustin Rhodes. The Butcher eliminates Dustin Rhodes. Dalton Castle is eliminated by Brian Cage. Brian Cage is eliminated by Jack Perry. The Butcher is eliminated by Ricky Starks. Liam Montero is eliminated by Jack Perry. Jack Perry is eliminated by Morrissey, who is at ringside. Sean Dean is eliminated by Ethan Page. Matt Hardy, Ethan Page, and Ricky Starks are the last three. Matt Hardy and Page double team Ricky Starks. Page is gloating as Ricky Starks eliminates Matt Hardy. Ricky starts with a DDT on Page. Ricky Starks goes for a spear, but Page moves out of the way and Ricky Starks hits the turnbuckle. Ethan Page lifts Ricky Starks and goes to throw him out, but Ricky Starks flips over the top rope onto the ring apron, and Page is eliminated. The winner of the match, Ricky Starks. This battle royal was fun for what it was. Okay, let's move. Let's move on. Out comes the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, MJF. He walks down to the ring and goes face to face with Ricky Starks. MJF tells Brian Danielson that he didn't want to show up tonight, and the reason why is because he is terrified of him. After what he did to William Regal, he will be scared too because he is a bad man, and that's why in a week from now, he'll be a four-time beautiful dynamite diamond ring champion, and he will still be the holder of the grandest prize of them all, the Triple B. Ricky Stark. He tells Ricky Starks that the people seem to like him. They talk about Ricky Starks like he is underutilized. MJF says he is talented, but the truth is that in comparison to him, Ricky Starks is the absolute drizzling, you know what, or a Rudy Poo Candy, you know what. Consider the fact that he stole literally everything else from that guy because he is nothing more than a dollar store Dwayne. MJF says he will start calling him the Pebble. And next week at Dynamite, he will put him in his car and throw him in the water so he can go back to NWA to wrestle on YouTube where he belongs. MJF says he is generational talent and his regent of Reagan of Terror it has just begun. Ricky Starks bumps into MJF and grabs a microphone. Ricky Starks calls MJF a magpie. Um, he should have expected a fifth rate Roddy Piper to come out and steal the spotlight. He says every week MJF comes out spray tan with pants that are not iron and a you know what scarf, and MJF thinks he is better than him. Everything about MJF screams cheap. The cheap shoes, suits, and heat. The difference between them is that when the fans got behind him, he gave them a reason to stay behind. But MJF let the fans and Regal down. When it comes to Ricky Starks, he delivered on time every day, every week, and every month. And MJF can take his little you know what to grace for 3 months because he didn't get paid enough. But the truth remains that Ricky Starks has been here busting his you know what. MJF avoids responsibility. Pressure MJF avoided. Because everyone hates MJF, he doesn't have to go to singing. He has nothing to lose. But Ricky Starks leaves with dignity, respect. MJF doesn't know that. When Ricky Starks lived in his car, he knew responsibility. When it comes to that woman at ringside, he has responsibilities to her. But MJF thinks he can get what he wants, and next week is a big deal because he is putting up a shutting out MJF's life for once in his narrowistic life. He says MJF doesn't deserve the title. YouTube, he did it next week. He will stomp into him and take that title. He is going to do MJF a favor that he never had done in his life. He is going to take the responsibility off his plate as he calls MJF a little boy. MJF kicks Ricky Starks in the low, blows him. MJF has the Dynamite Diamond Ring, but Ricky Starks hits him with a spear. Now, this promo between Ricky Starks and MJF was absolutely, positively fantastic segment. This segment was absolutely, absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed this segment. This was really good. So we go to commercial break. John Moxley is backstage and he says last week things did not get out of hand. Moxley says he is starting to like Hangman Page. He fell off his horse, dusted himself off, and got back onto the saddle. Hangman spoke with his fist, and there is too much talking. This AEW, this is AEW. This is combat. This is a sport of kings. He tells the Jericho Appreciation Society he is over them. He will be out there tonight to make sure there is no sports entertainment. Shenanigans, shenanigans. He tells Page if he wants another piece, he knows where to find him. All right, let's move on. So we get the TNT Championship match: Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin. This match was pretty good. The bell rings around underway. Darby Allin with right hands, but Samoa Joe pushes him away. Darby Allin backs up and hits Samoa Joe with a drop kick as Samoa Joe falls to the outside of the ring. Darby Allin goes for a suicide dive through the ropes, but Samoa Joe moves out of the way, and Darby Allin falls onto the outside. Samoa Joe grabs Darby Allin and slams him into the barricade, into the ring apron, and back onto the barricade. Samoa Joe removes the small padding on the outside. He grabs Darby Allin and slams him on the outside of the ring. Samoa Joe lifts Darby Allin, but Darby Allin lands on his feet. Darby Allin runs towards Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe slams him onto the exposed concrete on the outside of the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Samoa Joe and Darby Allin are on the apron, and Samoa Joe throws Darby Allin head first onto the ring post and onto the outside. An AEW doctor is checking on Darby Allin as the referee begins the 10 count. Darby Allin breaks the count and makes it to the ring. Samoa Joe kicks Samoa Joe with kicks onto Darby Allin, but Darby Allin with a big slip to the face. But Samoa Joe with the atomic drop, followed by a high boot to the face. Samoa Joe with the senton, he goes for the cover, but Darby Allin kicks out. Darby Allin rolls to the outside as Samoa Joe follows him, but Darby Allin gets back into the ring. Darby Allin jumps over the top rope, but Samoa Joe catches him. Darby Allin lands on his feet and pushes Samoa Joe into the ring steps. Darby Allin climbs the top rope and hits the coffin drop onto Samoa Joe. Darby Allin throws Samoa Joe back into the ring. Darby Allin with the stunner. Darby Allin with the cold red. He goes for the cover, but Samoa Joe kicks out. Darby Allin runs towards Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe slams him onto the mat. Samoa Joe places Darby Allin on the top rope. A chop to the chest by Samoa Joe as Samoa Joe climbs the second rope. Samoa Joe goes for a suplex, but Darby Allin bites Samoa Joe in the face, and Samoa Joe falls to the mat. Darby Allin goes for the coffin drop, but Samoa Joe catches him in the choke hold, and Darby Allin passes out. The winner and still your TNT champion, Samoa Joe. Now, two champion belts look really good on Samoa Joe. That's all I gotta say from here. It looks really good. Alright, both men are face to face after the match. Darby Allin pushes Samoa Joe and Samoa Joe hits him with the headbutt. Samoa Joe grabs Darby Allin's skateboard and flips it over with the wheels facing upwards. He placed Darby Allin on the top rope and Samoa Joe with the muscle buster onto the skateboard. Out comes Rollo and he runs into the ring and Samoa Joe runs out. Tony Schiavone is backstage with Orange Cassidy and Kip Sabian. Orange Cassidy tells Kip Sabian he doesn't need to do this, and if he wants a shot at the All Atlantic title, he just had to ask. Kip Sabian says he is hurt, and Orange Cassidy doesn't want him at his best. Orange Cassidy says if he doesn't want to fight him at Rampage, he has to find someone that can quit. Kip Sabian looks at him and walks away. Tony says Orange Cassidy will defend the title at Rampage against someone of Kip Sabian's choosing. So we go to commercial break. We get Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia with Sammy Guevara versus Claudio Cascanoy and Wheeler Yuta with John Moxley. Now this tag team match was good. I must say it was good for what it was. Alright, the bell rings, we are underway. Yuta and Garcia start the match. Garcia tags Hager into the match. Hager takes his purple hat and throws it to Claudio, who catches it. Claudio looks at the fans and he kicks it into the crowd. Hager with a knee onto Yuta. Hager lifts Yuta up, but Yuta lands on his feet. Yuta runs to the ropes and Hager with a shoulder tackle. He throws Yuta into the corner and Garcia is tagging. Garcia stomps on him in the corner. He gloats, but Yuta gets up and chops the chest onto Garcia. Yuta with a power slam followed by a senton. He goes for the cover, but Garcia kicks out. Claudio is tagging as they throw Garcia into the ropes and a double boot to the face. Hager is tagging in Claudio with a drop toe hold, a headlock by Claudio in the middle of the ring. Hager with elbow as he gets out of it, but Claudio with a hip toss. He goes for the cover, but Hager kicks out. Yuta is tagged in and they double team Hager. Yuta with an armbar. Yuta climbs the top rope and he hits Hager with a drop kick. Garcia gets in the ring and Yuta slams him and Garcia falls to the outside. Yuta with a suicide dive onto both men. Hager is thrown in the ring. Yuta climbs the top rope as Sammy Guevara distracts the referee. Daniel Garcia pushes Yuta off the top rope and Hager catches him and slams him. Hager goes for the cover, but Yuta kicks out. Hager is tagged in and they double team Yuta in the corner. Garcia with a chop to the chest. Garcia goes for a suplex, but Yuta blocks it and places Garcia on the top rope. Yuta climbs the top rope and a superplex off the top rope. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Yuta with a German suplex on Garcia. Claudio and Hager are tagging. Claudio with European uppercuts. He places Hager on the top rope and Claudio with an uppercut. Claudio climbs the top rope in a hurricanrana. He goes for the cover, but Hager kicks out. Claudio goes for the swing, but Garcia jumps on Claudio's back. Yuta climbs the top rope, and Claudio slams Garcia onto the mat. Yuta with a splash onto Garcia. Claudio grabs Hager and swings him around the ring. Claudio with the clothesline. He goes for the cover, but Hager kicks out. Claudio goes for a springboard, but Guerrero grabs Claudio's leg. Moxley with a right hand onto Guerrero. Hager slams Claudio onto the mat. Hager with an ankle lock. Garcia with the Dragon Tamer onto Yuta. Claudio rolls out of it and throws Hager into Garcia. Claudio with the uppercut onto Hager. He goes for the cover and gets the win. The winner of the match, Claudio Cascano and Wheeler Yuta. Now this was a pretty good tag team match. All right, Tony is in the ring with all three men, and he says he wants to show an interview he did with Regal a few weeks back. In an interview, Regal tells him that people will only see this if something bad happens to him, and when you are someone like him, you expect something to happen. MJF seems to be mad about emails he gave MJF what he wanted. The old saying, be careful what you wish for, because now everyone will be chasing MJF. Regal realized a few months ago that the three main members of the Blackpool Combat Club do not need him, but he knew they would not let him go. But he needed to show them why they can teach Wheeler to be the best wrestler in the world, and they don't need him. He says he knows Moxley is a calculated man, and he will understand this. The reason he did what he did in the lead to lead by example was to teach him the final thing he could ever teach him. Always stay one step ahead and make sure to keep eyes behind your head. He is Blackpool Combat Club until he dies. We cut backstage. We cut back to the ring, and Tony says he recorded that two weeks ago before what happened last week. Moxley says all he knows is one thing for sure: the three men in this ring live and breathe and breath for the sports of professional wrestling. You can call them whatever you want, but December 10th, Ring of Honor, this war with the Jericho Appreciation Society is over. These men make a statement this Friday at Rampage. He will make a statement. He challenged any wrestler in the world to get in the ring and see where you stand in the food chain. Moxley says pro wrestling is about to make a serious statement. So we go to commercial break. An interview from earlier in the day airs between Tony and Jamie Hayter. She says everyone gets a sit down, but not her. She tells Tony to ask her questions. He asks her about the division. She says, unfortunately for everyone, she is on top. She is on top in this division. Everyone is trying to climb to get the title, but she will do her duty to be regaining and defending. She says whoever wins between Hikaru Shida and the Bunny on Rampage will get to challenge for her title. So we get Jerry Corgill and the baddies, Layla Gray and Red Velvet versus Kira Hogan, Madison Ray, and Scott Blue. This match was sloppy. Sloppy match. The winners of this match, Jay Cargill and the baddies, Lay Gray and Red Velvet. This match was too sloppy. Okay. Tony is backstage with Saraya. He congratulates her on her win. In comes Britt Baker. She congratulates Saraya on the biggest win of her entire career, and it will never happen again. Britt tells Saraya that Saraya came to AEW, and her first match was against the biggest star in the women's division. Here is one more thing handed to her. tickets for Dynamite on January 11th, where she can either be at ringside or get in the ring. Saraya grabs the ticket and says she would love to beat her up. Britt says she has Jamie Hader with her and Saraya needs to find a tag team partner for that match. So we go to commercial break. So we get the main event of the evening, the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. The Acclaim versus FTR. This was a good main event tag team match right here. Dax Harwood and Andy Bones start the match. Dax gets Bones in the corner and Cash is tagging Anthony Bones with a headlock, but Cash gets out of it. A shoulder tackle by Cash, followed by a side headlock and a head scissors by Anthony Bones. A gut wrench by Cash, but Anthony Bones with a reversal cover, but Cash kicks out. Um, Max is and tagging as is Dax. A shoulder tackle by Dax as he runs the ropes, um but Max with a hip toss followed by a drop kick. An armbar by Max as Anthony Bones is tagging. A right hand by Dax as right hand by Dax, and he throws Anthony Bones in the corner. A chop to the chest by Dax as Anthony Bones gets him with a chop. Both men try a hip toss, but neither of them can land one. In comes, Dax. In comes Max, and in comes Cash, and all four men are in the ring. Both teams fight in the ring. Max clothesline Cash on the outside. The Acclaimed double team Dax, hitting him with the scissor meeting timbers. The Acclaimed scissor each other in the ring. Max is tagged in and Dash trips him as he goes for a sharpshooter, but Max grabs his leg and he goes for a sharpshooter. Cash gets in the ring and Anthony Bounce trips him up, and the Acclaim gets double sharpshooters for FTR as FTR and makes it to the ropes and the two outside of the ring. Excuse me. The Acclaim to the outside, but FTR throws them into the ring post and into the barricade. FTR catapults Max into the bottom rope of the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Cash with a chop to the chest onto Max. Cash placed Max on the top rope and Cash with a chop to the chest. He climbs the top rope, but Max pushes him onto the mat. Max with a big slash off the top rope and both men are down. Cash is tagged in and a right hand onto Max. He goes for a right hand on Anthony Bounce, but Anthony Bounce moves out of the way. And Max with a clothesline. Anthony Bounce is tagged in. Right hands onto Dax and onto Cash. Anthony Bounce with a kick onto Cash. Anthony Bounce with the elbow and chops onto Dax. Anthony Bounce with a kick onto Dax. He goes for the cover, but he kicks out. Anthony Bounce with a kick. He runs to the ropes, but Dax with two German suplexes. He goes for a third, but Anthony Bounce gets out of it. He lands a neck breaker onto Dax. He goes for the cover, but Dax kicks out. Cash is tagged in and right hands by Dax onto Anthony Bounce. A double power driver onto Bounce. They go for a double suplex, but Max with a spear on Cash, and Max gets out of the suplex. Max goes for the cover, but Dax kicks out. Dax kicks Max into Anthony Bounce, and Anthony Bounce is thrown to the outside. FTR with the big rig. Dax goes for the cover, but Anthony Bounce breaks it up. All four men in the ring. Anthony Bounce gets in the ring apron. He is pushed to the outside by Cash. Dax places Max on the top rope. The Cash is tagged in. Cash jumps off the top rope, but Anthony Bounce gets in the ring and hits him with the rival. He pushes Dax to the outside. Max goes for the elbow, but Cash moves out of the way. Anthony Bounce with the clothesline on Dax on the outside. He gets back in the ring, but Cash slams him face first onto the mat. Cash with a clothesline onto Max. He goes for the cover, but Max kicks out. A lariat by Cash and a second lariat. Cash with a power bomb. He goes for the jackknife cover, but Max reverses it and gets the pin. The winner is still your AEW Tag Team Champions, The Acclaim. This was a good main event tag team match right here. Um, Billy gets in the ring, and all five men are in the ring. All five guys are in the ring and hug. Colton, Austin Gunn are backstage. They say they have a letter for FTR from the Briscoe boys. It reads Saturday final battle. They will take out dog collars and say it will be a double dog collar match as AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Like I mentioned earlier, AEW Dynamite was a good show, and that's all I gotta say from here. And shout outs to Desi D. So Desi D, if you're watching this video, and I agree with you what you just tweeted out. I want to see Miro versus Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor Television Championship. Take my money. They both will deliver a classic. And that's all I gotta say from here. If you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on AEW Dynamite because it was a good show. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video on YouTube at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And then and that's all I gotta say from here. And I will be going live. I will go live on YouTube tomorrow. So make sure you guys come to my live stream tomorrow on YouTube. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, this your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive and be the best that you can be, and just keep grinding on YouTube. No matter how hard it is, just keep grinding and tell yourself never give up. Kept your crew, kept your kings. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang.